Alright guys, this is a video. I don't write a script, so it's just going to be pretty much a rant or an attack against Bethesda. Why? We'll get to that. This is a rant and attack on Bethesda. Nothing's happened to me with their games apart from this crashing. It's probably my own fault though, because I clicked a button when I shouldn't have. This is an attack on Bethesda for their absolutely shitty quality of writing. So, what are we going to cross? We're going to cross their questing, their immersion, their plot holes. They're all, not the small plot holes that no one gives a fuck about, like a kid in a fridge for like a couple hundred years. No one gives a shit about that. About their storytelling, their imagination, their lack of immersion or sense. Like, shit just doesn't make any sense at all. Like, it's so unfucking believable. Yes, it's a fairy tale, not really a fairy tale, a fantasy game, blah blah, but you at least want shit to make a bit of fucking sense. And it's really hard like, the reason I've got 185 mods is because, well, fuck, I need them to, like, fix up the game. A lot of it is added shit that I've made, or weapons and houses and aesthetics and all that sort of shit, but a lot of it's just stuff you can't go without because the game is so lackluster without it. With a Bethesda game, you need mods to play it. With a Witcher game, you don't need mods to play it, they're just an added bonus. So first, I'm going to attack the Creation Club content. One quest in particular. I don't know if I've never tried like the Plague of the Dead. When it first came out, I think it was just a few summoning spells and it killing a few mages, and all of a sudden you got this new like type of zombie. But now apparently they attack at the night. I don't know if that was fixed. I think it was, because it was pretty much false advertising. But let's talk about the main, like, the one they pretty much launched with, which was the Knights of the Nine. The Knights of the Nine quest. If you even want to call it a quest. It is fucking appalling. I'm gonna make sure no one's naked in my background. Like, yep, there's a naked dude right there. Fucking awesome. Let's do it anyway. So, how the fuck do I structure this without being an absolute, like, lunatic? So, if you've ever played Oblivion, you understand the quest was an absolute fucking, like, it took a lot of hours to get the holy armor of the Crusader. Like, you had to find unmarked locations across Cyrodiil. Like, yes, if you were close to it, you could fast travel to a certain location and, like, run the area down. But if you didn't, you had a lot of running to do. I mean, a lot of running to do, and finding and trying to find where this place was on the map. That'd take you around probably 4 to 5 hours to find all the unmarked locations. If you were like a busy, or you're a teenager after school, which I was, or if you're a working person, yeah, come back for a couple hours of gameplay. It was quite time consuming. Then you had to find the places. You had to acquire the armor and the puzzles, and then after all that shit was said and done, you had to keep a good accord. You couldn't go stealing and killing people, because then you'd lose the armor, you wouldn't be able to wear it, and then you were mocked by everybody, and you had to do the pilgrimage again. Look up, look up, look up. I'm gonna wait till this does. This armor took forever to get, man. It was really hard to acquire the Holy Crusader's armor. Damn it. Alright, I think I was quick enough not to see anything. Oh, I'm on a throne. I look up, so because whenever I have followers and I don't, like, it destroys their default outfit, so they become butt-ass naked. I gotta fix this place. My loader was a bit fucked at the moment. So my house is kind of through the ground, or the ground's through my house, I don't know. This Holy Crusader armor was really hard to come by, and then you had to, like, be good to keep it. So no Thieves Guild, no Dark Brotherhood, no selfishness or killing or whatever the fuck, you know. And here we are in Skyrim Special Edition Creation Club content, and 2 bandits got it. 2 bandits got the most rarest pieces of items in the game. Like, they are the rarest, or the most powerful. They're created by the gods or some shit, you know. Like, 2 bandits from Willy nowhere. I've got these pieces of armor and weapons that you need to be a good accord for. Now, what are bandits? They're cutthroats. They're rapists. They're thieves. I just hear a bunch of fucking gargoyles. I did too. What are gargoyles doing out here? Now, mouse is kind of floating through the ground on one side. Anyway, these killers, rapists and thieves have the Holy Crusader gear. And the quest is just go and find them, kill them, it's all yours. Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Run, run! I've got some cheats on, so I can't run out of stamina. Well, then again, I hate running out of stamina. I cheat before I ever do a video. I normally just put TGM on, but I'm sick of really doing that, so I just kind of modified my stats to where I couldn't die. So anyway, go and kill this person and take their shit. That was the quest for some of the most unique items in the entire game. Fucking a joke. I don't actually play a female character, by the way. I normally play a dude, which you've seen. And yeah, so that was the most pitiful excuse for them, like, Creation Club ever. Like, instead of putting them in a deep dungeon where, say, like, putting a bit of a story behind it, where a Knight of the Nine, you know, with the past, with the Dominion, for example, the way they could have really done that and made it fucking fun, they could have even used an existing dungeon in the game instead of having to create an entirely new one, but a new one would have been great. You know, it just makes no fucking sense to me. There was the Knights of the Nine armor on 2 cutthroats and some reforged armor, which made no sense. How we could have made sense of the reforged armor? Let me tell you the story how this Creation Club should have went. You found a dead body, a pale body. It's got a note on it indicating that this body was once, you know, a Knight of the Nine who eventually, you know, had to leave. Why did he leave? Because of the Dominion. Because the Knights of the Nine refused to be the Knights of the Eight. They believed in Talos, and so their cathedral, or their castle, whatever the fuck, their place was attacked by the Dominion, and most of them died. And one person left with the Holy Crusader armor, or 2 people left. One died, and one died on the way out, or eventually succumbed to his injuries. You know, there were 2 Nords, or there was a Holy Crusader himself that eventually, you know, they went north to escape the Dominion, because the Dominion weren't in Skyrim, and only 2 of them survived: the Holy Crusader himself, or just 2 knights, because maybe there wasn't a Holy Crusader. Or we'll say the Holy Crusader and a knight, and they went to a dungeon. They placed the item deep in the dungeon, and the Holy Crusader killed himself to guard the, you know, because they're religious zealots, so kill themselves for anything. He killed himself to spiritually guard the armor for the next champion to wear, or the next person worthy to wear it, you know, a non-criminal and a person that can fight the ghost of the champion, like the rest of the friggin' Holy Crusaders. They had to fight Palinor Whitestrake himself, and maybe this time they had to fight the current, you know, the last Holy Crusader. You know, they could have done that in such a good way, where 2 survivors of the Knights of the Nine, you know, the Holy Crusader and a knight from the north, eventually made their way down to a deep dungeon to store the goods, to keep them away from the Dominion, and lock them in a deep, dark, evil place, or a deep place where no one will ever find it or be able to reach it. Or if they did reach it, wouldn't be able to fight through the, you know, the commander's ghost. And then they say they got in there, he killed himself, blah blah. The knight got out and eventually succumbed to his injuries that he sustained either getting down there or getting out of there or into Skyrim. And this quest starts where you got to go down to this dungeon and find the Holy Crusader's armor. Like, this would have been an amazing quest. I wouldn't say it was amazing, but it would have been anything better than what the fuck we got. Like, finding a dead body with the reforged armor, which could have been a Knights of the Nine armor. Like, the way we got it in Cyrodiil was just a repainted guard armor. This could have looked so cool, where every knight would have had their own customized armor for the Knights of the Nine, and this one would have been a Northern Knight, a Nord Knight, you know, a Knights of the Nine armor stole in the Nordic way, and that could have been cool. Like, you know, that would have been really cool, a Knights of the Nine armor, and then having to go down an entire dungeon, fight through evil, and fight the champion or fight the Crusader himself to be able to wear this gear. That would have been really cool for a quest. Now, they didn't do that. They completely and utterly fucked it. They completely and utterly fucking made an absolute mess out of Creation Club content. Fuck you, buddy! I'm a mountain goat. So, they messed that shit up. Oh, can't wait. Oh yeah, didn't think about that one. So, alright, so we've gone through the Creation Club's rant of their absolutely shitty storytelling and writing. Now, yes, a modder did make that, but that modder, Matty, was under contract from Bethesda to do this. He couldn't make his own quest. This is what Bethesda told him to do, and he did it, because that's what he got paid for. Now, let's go to the Civil War, for fuck's sakes. And then we're going to go from the Civil War straight to Skyrim's main quest. No, we'll go to the main quest first. Fuck it. We'll go in order. Because the Dark Brotherhood pretty much leads into the Civil War. Shitty writing story. So, the main quest. Alduin, a dragon that cannot be killed by other dragons, cannot be killed by the Dragonborn unknown. Like, you can defeat him, but you can't kill him like you can other dragons. This dragon is pretty much Back to the Future dragon. He's got here, and all he decides to do is burn down Helgen. So a war continues. Why does he need to, farm souls in Sovngarde? The thing can't be killed. He's a fucking dragon that can't be killed. There's no dragon defenses in Skyrim because they haven't needed them for like a good 1,000+ years, because dragons have been dead. This dragon, the World Eater, why is he resurrecting other dragons, spending his power resurrecting other dragons? This is what I don't fucking get, like, at all. Why is he doing that when he can just literally fly over Whiterun, Morthal, Felcrith, every hole probably apart from Markarth, and burn it to the ground with just a couple breaths without being injured or killed? He's literally a fucking immortal. He can't be killed by the Dragonborn. He can't be killed by the dragons. He can be defeated, but he can't be killed. Unless he is on Aetherius. Like, that is the only time that he can be killed. Or at least destroyed in the physical realm, even though he's in a godly realm. And, like, I mean, what's the fucking point? Like, that was boring, like, stupid. It made no sense. This dragon could destroy the world, yet he didn't. Let's go to the Civil War. Now, if you've ever played the mod Open Civil Wars, or Civil War Overhaul, which is no longer available, you'll come to understand how boring the vanilla Civil War is. I mean, it is fucking shit. There's like 3 quests for the Imperials. I don't know about the Stormcloak side, I've only ever played it once. It is so fucking boring. Like, the first one is go and take a fort. You take on the fort. Congratulations. The second one's attack Whiterun. Okay, I'm just a soldier that's done only like taking a fort over on my own. Now I'm now qualified to go and do a quest for Whiterun. That's not too bad. And then pretty much until Riften, it's go and talk to the Legate Ricker, attack a fort, and apparently the entire hold is yours. Do the same thing until you get to Riften. Then you got to ambush Then you got to ambush a caravan of gold, and then again attack a fort. And then Dawnstar, it's like kill a courier, take it to the enemy commander, boom, congratulations, attack the fort, and now the hold is yours. I mean, for fuck's sakes, majority of it is just attacking a fort and all of a sudden the hold's yours. Some sort of mini quest that's kind of pointless. It's so fucking boring. And if you played Open Civil War, so you'll hear the commanders, they'll tell you like, this person I want you to recruit. This is all cut content from the game. They don't actually ever do it, but it's just there. It's cut voices that are pretty much not in use by the mod. They'll say, "Oh, this enemy garrison is thinking about leaving. Give them some encouragement to stop fighting." You can tell an entire enemy force just to stop being Stormcloaks, or enemies are taking over a town. Go and take that town back, or a giant is causing supply issues, or a bandit's causing supply issues. There was so many mini quests in those towns and cities which you could actually go and do in the full version of the game they were going to make. You could tax cities, towns, mini quests like taking bandits that are attacking your supply caravans or whatever. Just really cool shit. It would have kept you busy for a long time. Defending and attacking. It was going to be awesome, man. But they cut it down to like the worst fucking thing ever. They killed the fuck out of it. It was going to be like either a 95% good, but they'd made it -5%. Oh, give it like a... Oh, this is going to just go... Oh, it doesn't look too bad. Like, compared to what it was going to be, and compared to what they gave us, is fuck all. Like, it's 1% of what they gave us. It is absolutely disgusting, the default Civil War. I mean, immersion. Not even existent in this at all. You will never ever see Stormcloaks and Imperials killing each other outside of the Civil War. You won't see patrols guarding their borders or guarding their territories. You'll never see a Stormcloak... they're not even sure there's any patrols at all. You won't see a Stormcloak soldier and an Imperial soldier killing themselves outside of the Civil War quest. You just don't see it. So that immersion's fucking gone. You won't see mass graveyards. That immersion's fucking gone. You won't see a town that, you know, half the town support the Empire, half the town support the Stormcloaks, and both armies eventually emerge and destroy the fucking town. That immersion doesn't exist. I mean, the lack of storytelling to what they cut out of the Civil War was fucking shameful. I mean, there's nothing there to do, apart from take a fort, apparently it's yours, take a fort, apparently it's yours, boom. The quest is done within 15 minutes. It's fucking boring. I forgot the skull quest. I forgot the whole... Get the dragon skull for the whatever side you support. But, yeah, the Civil War, fucking storytelling, the writing, the immersion, it's fucking shithouse. Like, it is non-existent pretty much. Now, my main thing, what I was actually going to, which kind of started this, my thought was the Dark Brotherhood. So let's say you've started the game as a Nord, you want to be a loyal Nord to Skyrim, you've joined the Stormcloaks, it's only taken you 15 minutes to pretty much conquer all of Skyrim from the Empire. Congratulations. Now you want to join the Dark Brotherhood, but you don't really want to join them, you want to kill them. So let's go and kill them. Let's go and talk to Commander Maro, the Emperor's Secret Service, and Pentilius Oculatus. I always mess that fucking word up. Let's go and talk to this Emperor's Secret Service, who's still stationed in Dragonbridge, even though the Stormcloaks control Skyrim. They're the Secret Service of their current enemy. But we're just going to chill here, guys, have a few mugs of ale and do the Emperor's bidding while you just killed our entire force. Don't mind us, we're all fucking good. And we're going to help you guys go and kill the enemy. We're going to help you go kill the Dark Brotherhood while the Stormcloaks just let us do what we want, because we're their current enemy's Secret Service. That's all cool. Let's go even worse. I'm going to join the Dark Brotherhood. I'm going to do all their quests until I got to kill kill Avicii, that whatever fucking first name is, and then the Emperor's going to come over. He's just going to get in his ship. He's going to fucking row his boat all the way over to Skyrim and have dinner at the castle, which is controlled by their ultimate enemy. Sure, it's a fake. It might make a bit of sense, maybe the Nord scenario. You're welcome to come and we know you're our ultimate enemy right now. We've just defeated your 5th Legion, but we're going to allow you to come over to Skyrim and mourn your cousin's loss. It sounds like a trap. Okay, I'll send a fake. Fair enough. You kill the fake. Pentilius Oculatus is even there for her wedding. Before a funeral. And yeah, it's like, what the fuck? The Emperor's just going to come and dine inside of his once previous castle, which is completely controlled by the Stormcloaks, because they control Skyrim, and the Empire is their ultimate enemy. Sure, they hate the Thalmor, but the Empire is their most recent and powerful enemy. And then not to mention, you kill the fake, and the real guy is just sitting in his ship just outside Solitude, which is also controlled by the Stormcloaks. So there's a massive fucking plot hole to where this entire thing refuses to even acknowledge that the Stormcloaks control the fucking map. Like, what the fuck? This makes no sense to me whatsoever. How does this make sense to anybody? It's a massive plot hole. Like, the entire game is just ignoring that the Empire is the enemy of the Stormcloaks, yet the Emperor himself decides to come to Skyrim. His Secret Service is allowed to operate, and his son's, the son of the commander of the Secret Service, the Pentilius Oculatus, is allowed to waltz around Skyrim, checking if Skyrim is safe for the Emperor. The fucking country is controlled by the enemy. How the fuck is it safe? And the guy's part of the Secret Service, checking if the place is safe, walking on the roads with his uniform on. How are you part of a Secret Service when you walk around wearing their fucking armor? Anyway, like, this is my gripe with Bethesda and their shitty storytelling. I mean, their Civil War was pretty much cut to the point of non-existent. Their main quest was fucking made no sense. An immortal dragon that doesn't burn down the world. You didn't feel like you're in danger or in a need to stop him at all in this game. So I don't even bother starting it until I'm ready to finish the game. third, let's get to the guilds, actually, the guilds. Now, we've been to one guild, the Dark Brotherhood, why there's a massive fucking plot hole in it. Let's go to the companions. Their raiding quests aren't too bad, but how fucking stupid is it? You do one mission. Now, apparently these guys are going to be honourable companions, the most honourable mercenaries in the world, right? The first job I think they send you to do is, like, go beat some cunt up for someone who's just paid you to go beat someone up. It's like, mate, that's fucking thug work. How's that honourable? And all of a sudden, you're going to some sort of ruin to go retrieve an ancient artifact honoured by the companions, when there is like three or four other like recruits that are more than eligible and experienced and trusted to do this job with the circle member than you are. Yet they send you, a fucking fresh recruit that's done only one job, they send you to go with the circle member, and all of a sudden you know they're secret that they're werewolves. And within the second radiant mission you've done, once you get back, all of a sudden you're allowed to become a fucking werewolf. Like, there is no sort of reward chain in that game. It's like, alright, you join, do one mission, alright, you get to go do a serious mission with one of our circle members, alright, now you're gonna be a fucking vampire, I mean, a werewolf. And then let's go to the college. Where the fuck do you study magic, practically? Like, in that room, they were shooting fireballs at the wall. How many fucking fireballs can the wall handle before the tower collapses on you? They've already collapsed half the fucking state. Now they're going to collapse the tower? Like, why not? Why not finish the job? There's no place to practically study magic. There's no missions which make you study magic. Like, alright, I'm going to need you to get to 50 destruction before we can do this quest. It's just a chain. Like, it's what I did with fucking, what is it? Oblivion's Mage's Guild. I just ran around with a sword and heavy armor and did all their missions that way. I did no magic at all. Unless it was like an absolute requirement. Like, and I think the only absolute requirement was using a flame and a frost spell. Like, it was non-magical needed. And there was no place to actually physically study magic or defensive magic in that place at all. It was just like, that looked like a meeting ground, like the center where you first start your like defensive mission. Like, you actually do like a defense mission with the teacher, and that's the only thing you ever see, unless of course you got mods. And there's no place to physically study magic. There's a library for the sort of intellectual study of magic, and there are sleeping quarters, but there is no way to practically study magic in that game unless you're shooting it at a fucking wall or a window. The Thieves Guild. It's probably the smartest one out of all the guilds, to be honest with you. Again, it doesn't make much fucking sense. Why? Because you pretty much pickpocket, or you steal one thing, and you pretty much what's the word I'm looking for? Set up one guy for like the steal, and then all of a sudden you're trusted to join the Thieves Guild without any further stealing or that, because they're desperate, no doubt. And then all of a sudden you're down there, and then instead of getting you to do a simple job like this or that for a couple runs, they make you do a job that their greatest thief couldn't do. Now Vex is probably their greatest thief. I think she actually is their greatest thief in the Thieves Guild. And they send you straight into a very high risk infiltration mission to steal shit and plant shit or whatever, and potentially kill a guy if you want. Yeah, they send you into like the most probably dangerous mission straight up. It's like, what the fuck, man? I just joined, and all of a sudden you entrust me to do a job that your best thief couldn't do? Fuck off, Bethesda. Fuck off. Now, I've already been to the Dark Brotherhood with the big plot holes. I did forget to mention the absolute garbage Radiant quests. Now, Radiant quests in this game aren't too bad. They give you a note, picks a random person in a random region, and you go and do it. It's random. It could be a random bandit leader, forceman leader, giant, person, whatever. I don't mind that. I like that. It's kind of cool. Now, what I do have an issue with, I'm actually going to show you a gravesite that I did. A couple of my companions died. Now, their Radiant quest is voice acted. Big fucking no-no. So the Night Mother tells you to go and talk to a guy. You go and talk to that guy. He tells you to go and kill somebody. It doesn't give you a note on who he wants dead, which they should have done, because that would have saved a lot of fucking boringness of the Radiant quest. I haven't done it in like 3 to 4 years. I have not touched their quest in 3 to 4 years. Why? Because she told me to go and talk to the same person 5 times, and that same person told me to go kill the same fucking Shield Maiden 5 times in a row. That way I was having a fucking seriously good time. Now, Ghost still there? Like, it's all voice actors, so there's probably like 5 to 6 Radiant quests in the entire, oh my god, of the entire frigging quest region, for the Dark Brotherhood Radiant quest. They're all voice actors, so you, like me, I got sent to kill the same guy, or same girl, 5 times in a row, and I was fucking done. I couldn't stand anymore. I was 100% done with that shit. Couldn't stand it. And that's what I mean. I mean, shitty writing and all that again. This is why I'm on the attack for Bethesda, because their shit's absolute garbage, man. It's absolute truth. Their writing, their storytelling, their immersion is absolute fucking garbage. Absolute garbage. And they need to hire some new staff or a new director, because I was a Todd Howard fanboy, don't get me wrong, but I just can't really stand that anymore. It's totally trunked. Get it? Anyway, yes, it's a beautiful game when you mod it. It really is. You can't play without mods, in my opinion. Why is that look? Oh no, it does look proper. But it fucking really don't like their storytelling, their writing. It is fucking shithouse. This is a full-on attack against Bethesda, because rightfully so, I think they deserve it. Their immersion, their storytelling, their imagination is fucked. There's like nothing there, man. Every single major quest or clan or guild, Skyrim's main quest, the lands quest, the Civil War, the guilds quest, they all suck an incredible amount of arse and depth and storytelling. And I might be, you know, if you've even watched this far, congratulations on my fucking long rant, but that's just what I think of Bethesda. I think they need new writing staff. They need an entirely new fucking team, man, because they can't write for pigs shit. They really can't. There's no imagination to their Creation Club quests. It's just pretty much go to this location, fight one guy, take the shit. Their Civil War quest was cut to the point of pretty much being empty as absolute fuck. Their Brotherhood quest has a massive plot hole if you decide to pick the local, you know, side. Their guild quest either non-rewarding, like, or consequential, where you're like, there's no consequences to it, and there's like no depth of having to earn it, and they make no sense. They're empty. So yeah, fuck Bethesda. Get yourselves a new team, and like start making decent games. Like start taking a page of the Witcher team's book, bro, because you guys fucking need it. Anyway, if you watched this far, congratulations. Like and subscribe for more videos pissing on everyone else's shit. Thanks guys. Peace out. Peace in the Middle East.